Good evening. Welcome to the Light of Life celebration for 2021. My name is Shawnee Anderson and I serve as President and CEO for Chautauqua Hospice and Palliative Care. And our wish for you for the upcoming year is trifold. Acceptance of your grief, however it manifests itself. From I cry a lot, I cry all the time, to I haven't cried yet. I'm tired all the time, I can't get anything done, to I'm so busy I can't even think. Misplacing things, can't remember what I did with anything, to always knowing where everything is and it's always in its place. It's all normal and it's all okay. Secondly, to allow yourself to do the work of grieving, regardless if you do it alone, with family, with friends, in a support group. Don't ignore it and don't pretend it's not necessary. We all need to do the work of grieving when we've suffered a loss. And last, but certainly not least, reclaim your laughter. Your loved ones want you to be happy. So thank you again for allowing us to come from our living room into your living room this year. And we hope that you take care and you stay well. And at this time, I'd like to introduce our Director of Bereavement, Jamie Probst. Jamie.
Thank you, Shauna. So here we are once again, and this actually is our 17th Light of Life celebration. And of course, just like last year, things look a little bit different. The fact that we're still in the midst of a public health crisis has caused us to have to adapt yet again, or still, it's hard to say these days. But in a lot of ways, I think that's fitting, because grief is very much about learning how to adapt. When it feels like everything in the world has changed and nothing looks like it did the day before, suddenly we're finding ourselves unable to do things in the way that we've always done. We find ourselves having to innovate, to do things a different way, almost every single day that we wake up. And sometimes the fact that our world has changed so much causes us to feel like we are completely alone in our grief experience. But the reality is that we're not alone in our grief. The reality is that for as many of you as are sitting around your computer watching our program tonight, every one of you is grieving a different type of loss. Every one of you is experiencing grief for the first time and in a new way. At this time, I'd like for us to light up our towers. The towers that you can see outside of our building will be here for the remainder of the season, all the way through January. These cylinders contain the names of all of the friends and family and loved ones that we've lost over the last year's period. These pillars are a reminder that even though our loved ones are physically not present anymore in our lives, they're very much still a part of our holiday season. No matter what happens, that light can never be extinguished. And this is a reminder to all of our community that you're not alone. That although at times it may feel like you're the only one who remembers your loss, the holidays are a time of continuing to remember and find new ways to keep our loved ones a part of our lives, difficult as that may be. I know that a lot of us were hoping to be here in person tonight to look at the names, to find our loved ones on the towers, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that these pillars will continue to remain lit throughout December and into the January season, and anyone is welcome to come to the office at any time to come see the pillars and to come talk to us in our living room if ever you find yourself feeling in need of some support. Joining me now is Karna. Karna is a grief counselor who also works in the bereavement department with myself. And Karna, I know that one of the big things that you do here at hospice is host support groups. And I think it would be great for all of our community members to know that on the first and third Thursday of every month, we have a continuing support group. Anybody in the community is welcome to join. Your loss doesn't have to have been someone who was on hospice services. Your loss doesn't even have to have been this year. But if at any point you feel like you need a little bit of extra support and you'd like to talk to other people about your grief experience, support group is a great place to do that. Now, Karna, I know just a couple weeks ago, you hosted a very special support group meeting that you called your Holiday Survival Workshop. And
Yes.
I wonder if you could just tell us a little bit about that, and why did you feel that something like that is an important thing to offer?
It's so difficult when we are experiencing the loss of someone we love, and to think about the holidays, and quite often people just want to forget that they exist. So the holiday workshop is a great opportunity for people to come and learn different means of coping through the holidays, to get some kind of idea on how you can face it and be successful.
I distinctly remember you talking about a very specific workshop activity. You had some kind of a checklist, or it was some sheet that you were talking about. I heard a couple of your bereaved individuals talking about it. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. This sheet kind of helps us to figure out what we want to do or can do and can't do. Such things on this list are like decorating the tree, making cookies, exchanging gifts. And then it's like a check thing where, is this really important for this year? Is this something that I have to do myself or that someone can do for me? How might I want it to look different this year?
Are you trying to tell me that my Christmas season doesn't have to look like Hallmark?
Absolutely.
Are you telling me that it's okay to do Christmas different this year?
Absolutely. You know, some people often wonder, what do we do with the stocking? And it can, you know, if you don't put the stocking out, you have the guilt of, oh, I'm forgetting my family member. Whereas you put it out and it's right there in your face, and then you're grieving even more. But oftentimes we might suggest put the stocking out with a little set of papers next to it and a pen, so that people can write special memories or a little letter to the loved one, and it just makes you feel a little closer.
That's a great idea. So, once again, support groups are something that we offer on an ongoing basis. But can you tell us a little bit about the other bereavement services that hospice offers, and how our community members might be able to take advantage of that?
Yes. You know, we have mailings that we do, and we call our folks on a regular basis to check in with them, to make sure that they're doing okay, and if they're not, develop a plan so that we can help them to get to a good place. We also have individual counseling. Jamie and I both meet with people either here at our office, at Tim Hortons, or in their own homes, wherever a person is feeling most comfortable.
I don't know about you, but there's been a couple times through the pandemic that people didn't feel comfortable meeting in the office or their home, and I've done some visits between car windows in parking lots.
Absolutely, or even through Zoom. We do a lot of Zoom counseling. We have people come to support group via Zoom as well.
And it's, I think, important to know that that's one of the major ways we've adapted what we do. When we talk about having to make changes based on the way the world is now, that our support groups are a mix of people coming and meeting in person, and then a number of people actually attend via Zoom because they don't feel comfortable being physically around others at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what we want to make sure everyone knows is that our bereavement services are available to anyone in the community who's experienced any kind of a loss at any time, and that loss does not have to have been somebody who was on hospice services before. All of our bereavement services are free of charge to anyone in the community. We can come to you, you can come to us, we'll talk to you on the phone, over Zoom. I have people that I've never met in person and they insist on only texting, so that's an option too.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to make sure that you know that our door is always open, that the light here at hospice is always on, and not just during the holiday season.
And not just from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday.
Exactly.
We do have social workers on call along with our nurses and chaplains to support you if you're struggling at 2 a.m. or on a Sunday morning. We want to be there for you for whatever purposes you need.
Yep. So if at any point this holiday season and beyond you find yourself struggling with your grief, both Karna and myself wish you to know that we will continue to be here, day or night, if and when you feel that you need some support. Sometimes people just need to know that they're not alone, or that the questions they have are really quite normal. I think grief has this way of making all of us at different times to feel like we might be a little bit crazy.
Or an alien.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember that it's not us that's crazy, it's the situation that's crazy. The situation is out of the norm, and our response to it is probably more appropriate than we give ourselves credit for. So from all of us here at Hospice, we hope that you have the best holiday season that you are able, and that if at any point you feel that you need some support, please feel free to reach out to us and we'd be happy to help.